works lowest prices every day.
Hi there, welcome back to Summer Money. Well, have you ever heard of Kfibre? Well, with a never-ending focus on diet and health, Kfibre is yet another product claiming superfood status. It's a supplementary fibre product made from sugarcane right here in Australia, and its makers hope to tap into the multi-billion-dollar dietary fibre industry. For more on the product and its push into foreign markets, KFSU Commercial Director Rod Lewis joins me now. Rod, thanks so much for joining us. Just simply speaking, what is the big deal about this supplementary dietary product? What is it?
It's simply that the sugarcane is a very, very healthy product, and we've, over the years, taken the sugar and thrown away the good bits. And what KFSU has done is take the whole cane product, and we've extracted the sugar, which has got a bad rap over the years, and we've put all of the nutrients from the rest of the cane fibre into a product. I've got a sample here, and so we package it just a light powder, and it's used very nutritiously in food products.
So you just add it to your food, basically?
Add it to your food. You can do it at home, or we sell most of it to commercial food manufacturers. Okay,
so I mentioned that $3 billion market. Where is that figure coming from? And is this globally, or how do we break that down?
No, the $3 billion is a global number. It's a few years old now. It's grown a bit since then. It's growing at 13% per annum, and it's the dominant market is the US and Europe. But developed countries eat less than half of the dietary fibre that the medical fraternity tell us we should. That number's quoted by the World Health Organization. So we're selling into a market which is expanding and supported by the world's medical fraternity. So we're quite pleased to be doing that.
So how are you tapping into that? I mean, do you have a distributor?
Yeah, no, KFSU is a manufacturer. We've got distributors in Japan. We've got a distributor in New Zealand. We've got a distributor in Australia. Actually, in Australia right now, we've got a Korean distributor. Seoul Perfumery is actually not only we're signing him up as a distributor, but he's also wanting to be an investor in the business as we expand.
So how much of that $3 billion market has KFSU been able to tap into so far? Do you have any sort of revenue stream?
We've got a revenue stream. It's tiny. Even at our full planned capacity over the next 3 years, we will be making a sizable business out of KFSU, but it'll be less than 1% of the market. The market's massive, but it's also expanding.
So you're positioning in the Asian region. You mentioned South Korean investors coming on. Has that really been a boon to the story so far?
It has been. We were lucky enough, we had an opening of the factory last year in the third quarter, and since then we were lucky enough to get a lot of press coverage, and we've had investors come on stream. Fantastic support from the local farming community and also from indeed customers. But with that, we had inquiries from the UK, Canada, the US, this Korean company that looks like it's actually coming on board now, and we're growing because of that coverage.
Well, you mentioned farmers there, and we were just speaking with Dick Smith about the Australian farming industry. Yeah. So does this allow for more of the crop to be used, rather than throwing away the...
Yeah, no, it does. Traditionally, as we all know, sugar cane has produced one product, sugar.
Yeah.
And what can occur now with our process is that the sugar is still recovered and can be sold commercially as sugar, but we use the rest of the product to make this nutritious powder, which is primarily dietary fibre. So the farmer gets 2 crops from one paddock now.
And how sensitive is this crop then? What do you need? Do you need a high sugar content, or how does the weather, how do all of those variables that make farming such a difficult road play into your product?
One of the great things about this business model is that we don't need a high sugar content. We use what's in the cane except the sugar. So in the season, which is about just before Christmas, we separate the sugar and we can sell that as well and use that in our own products, in fact. But out of season, we can still cut the cane and use it. Even if the cane has got no sugar, we can still buy it from the farmer 12 months of the year.
So it's taken about 5 years for KFSU to get to this point. How much money has been invested so far? What are you looking for now? What type of investment do you need to sort of bring this to the next step?
We've had just over $4 million. Some of the money is, or most of it's been from investors, equity investors. Quite a little bit the government has assisted us with. And we've now got a factory which is working reliably day in, day out in Ayr, just south of Townsville. It's a modest capacity, but it's working reliably every day, and we're selling from that and getting repeat sales. Our next project, which is 2012, is to increase the capacity by 10 times. So we're currently seeking investment for another $2.5 million to build a significantly larger factory with capacity to expand that another 10 times.
So how many Australians could you potentially employ by the end of 2012 if it all goes to plan?
The end of 2012 we'll employ about 18. By the end of 3 years or from now, we anticipate employing well over 40.
And what are the big sort of challenges that you think that you'll face in 2012? I mean, does the high Australian dollar start to crimp your outlook?
The high Australian dollar, we're currently buying equipment from Japan and Europe, so the high Australian dollar helps us in the shorter term. Medium term, of course, it's harder to sell against that overseas, but the pricing that we've been able to get in Japan and other parts of the world well and truly covers our costs many times. So we're not hampered by the high Australian dollar. If it was lower, we'd be making a bigger profit, but it's fine. Business model is secure with a high dollar, and we have no issues with the dollar at the minute.
And I guess, you know, we've talked about the economy hitting a few bumps on the road globally and the after effect that will have here in Australia. I guess one thing that we did learn through the global financial crisis is that when it comes to health and when it comes to these little vanities that people allow themselves, the spending doesn't really stop. Are you sort of banking on that as well?
Not only banking on it, we've seen it already. People continue to buy products. There's an increasing number of us that will buy health products. One of the great things about sugarcane, and it's demonstrated by the US Food and Drug and Food Standards Australia and New Zealand, it's got no allergies at all, so anyone can eat the product. We're fortunate in that. That's just the way nature designed sugarcane. So it's a very healthy product, full of vitamins, iron, calcium, B vitamins, chromium, a whole bunch of products which are required in our diet every day. So people are more than happy to pay money for a product which is proven. And we've got overwhelming evidence of the benefit this gives everyone and some specialty groups as well.
All right, Rod, it's been great chatting with you. Thanks so much for joining us on Summer Money.
Great pleasure. Thank you.
Well, Chinese markets and some others